Welcome to this video. In this video we will see what are the identifiers, what are the keywords or reserved words, what are the constant or literals, and what are the different data type supported by the Python. So what are identifiers? Then first thing, identifier. identifier identifier Identifiers, we can say as a identity means in Python. Identifier also known as a name given to a variable. It may be variable, it may be function name or module name. It may be class class name class name. So identifier are the names given to variable or functions or modules or class name. There are several rules to define this these identifiers. So in identifier we can use capital A to capital Z, in the range of capital A to capital Z, or small case A to small case Z or Z we can use. And we are allowed to use 0 to 9 number combination, and only one character or special character we have in a Python. It is known as a underscore. Other than underscore we can't use any other special symbol like dollar symbol or hash symbol in to define our identifiers. Second rule of defining identifier is that we can't start our identifier with a digit. We can't start our identifier can't start identifier with digit. Identifier with digit means we can't start our identifier with digit means if you like to define a variable like for you like type of things, we can define before you like variable, because it is starting with character, and middle is a number, and after that we have this character. But if you define for bu like we can't define this variable because it is starting with digit. And our identifier we can't start any name with a digit. The third rule is that this Python is a case sensitive language. Case sensitive means every case means this uppercase and lowercase, these are treated separately. Like suppose we define this marks, and this marks are different variable or different identifiers, because first is starting with capital M, second is starting with small m. So these are two different variables or identifier, we can say these are two different identifiers. And if you after that we can't use any reserve word or keyword as an identifier. Reserve word or keyword as an identifier means Python have some words internally defined some functionality to these keywords. So these keywords or words we cannot use as a identifier name. After that, this is just a recommendation. We can use any length of variable, but it should be meaningful and short, like number of student, like of thing, number of student. So we can define number of student like this underscore is allowed of other than underscore, no other special symbol allowed, like a dollar symbol or a hat symbol. So these are the some rules to define a identifier in a Python. So let's see by example one by one. So we are on the Python shell, and I am using Python 3.8.10 version, and it is in Windows 7. Python only support up to Python 3.8. So let's define a variable named as var is equal to 10. So it is a valid variable in a Python. Just enter, and if you want to show the value of var, we can show it easily, this var. So what is the meaning of this one line var? So we are giving a name 10, we are giving a name var to hold the value of 10. So it is a reference variable, we can say, and we are just giving a name to a value as a var. So first rule, we can say this var is different from this var. So both are different because a Python is a case sensitive language. After that, we can't start with a number, means 10 var is equal to 50. So it will show the syntax error, that is invalid syntax, because we can't start our variable name or any identifier name with a digit or a number. So to avoid this, we can use like a var 10 is equal to 50. This is a valid. After that, we only have special symbol uh, like a total sum. Only this is allowed in a Python. Other than that, we can't use any other special symbol like a dollar symbol. If you try to use that one, it will show syntax error. Or we can, if we are trying to use this um, hash symbol, this hash symbol is used in Python as a comment. Comment means comment are for developer. It is used to just give the information what is our program is doing, when we created the program, author name, just information related to the uh, uh, to our program, and just for the developer, not for our program. So if we write this one and if you enter, it will show total is not defined, because we after this hash symbol, the total, the this sum is equal to 500 will become as a comment, and comment is ignored by our program. So total, it is a total, like. So this is, we can as define as, we can give any length to our identifier, but it should be meaningful, and it should be uh, in short form. Then after, we have this rule, we can't use some keywords means some reserved word. The meaning of the reserved word is defined in a Python. So this reserved word or keyword we can't use as a our variable name. So it will show the error, like a invalid syntax, true is equal to 1. If we use can't assign to a true, like if we want to get the information related to keywords, what are the keywords in a Python, and then we have to import our keyword module. After that, keyword dot keyword list. After that, we have this keyword dot kw list, keyword list. Then we have to just enter, then we will get all the list of keywords here. So these are the keywords in a Python, or we can say reserved word. The meaning of these keywords are reserved with Python, so we can't use these keywords in our variable name or as an identifier. Then just 1 minute, how many keywords are there in a Python? I'm saying about Python 3.8. so 35 keywords are here in a Python 3.8, so we can't use these keywords. And just one thing, except these three, this false, none and true, all other keywords are in a small case. We can say this false, none and true are in a first character is in capital letter, and all these are in small letters. This keyword is different, keyword is equal to 10 is different, and this keyword is different because Python is a case sensitive language. True is 10. After that, we will see what are the literals. Literals means the row value or constant value we are giving to a variable, or we are using the value in our program, like 10 plus 20. These are the numerical constant or literals, so we can get answer. Or we can say this var is equal to 10. 10 is the numerical literals. Literals means the row value we are giving to our program. Then in our, we have different type of data type in Python. So first of all, what is the data type? Data type, which type of data we are going to store in our variable, or our variable, we can say this type of data as a data type. There are many different data types in a Python, like in a numerical data type, we have int data type, float data type, and complex data type. In int, just a number, we have this 10, 20, 45, this number. In float, we have this number with decimal point, or just a dot, 10.20, or fractional value we can define as a 10 comma 20 or 1 comma 5. Like these are the float number data types. In complex, we have this real number plus imaginary number. So we can say like 3 plus 4j. So here 3 is a real number and 4 is the imaginary number. In int also, we have different type of varieties in Python. Like we can say we generally normally use this decimal notation, but in Python we can use binary and this octal and hexadecimal also. Normally this hexadecimal will use in to show the memory address, or to show the memory address of any function. We can use the by default the Python will give the in hexadecimal. uh, for now it is okay. After that we have this boolean type of data type. bool in boolean we have this true value and false value. Only two values are there. After that we have string data type. String data type, we have string. So in Python we define string in either in a double quote or either in a single quote. We can define a string in between this double quote and this single quote. Example, hello, like this is a string. Whatever comes under this double quote or single quote, it is treated as a string. After that we have other data types too, like in sequence data type or collection data type. We have this list, tuple or tuple, this dictionary, this set, frozen set, and this and these generally we use this type of data type. And we have this non data type also. We have this bytes or byte, this sorry byte. After that we have byte array, bytes array or byte array. We have also we have this range data type. Also we have range data type. So these are the different data type supported by the Python. So here is integer, float, and we have this complex and string and boolean data type. So how to know which type of data is going to store in our variable, or which type of data is stored in our variable? Simply we have this one function is there, type of var, and just we have to enter. Then it will show as a type of integer. If we use what type of this hello, we can get as a string type, or we can say as what is the type of this true, we can get boolean. Or what is the data type of this 3 plus 4j, we can get complex. And what is the data type of this 0x 10b101, we can get integer. This is a binary data type, binary number, and this is also showing in category of integer. One thing is we have to remember with Python, that Python is a dynamically typed programming language. That means as a programmer we not need to worry about what type of data is going to store in a Python, because as a Python did automatically convert our data to the appropriate data type. What I mean is, var is equal to 10 is a type of integer data type. If we say var is equal to hello, it is a string data type. Hello, so it is a string data type. If you want to check, we can check as var is a string data type. Same var is equal to 10.10 we can say, and we can get this data type. So Python dynamically, automatically, it will convert our data to appropriate data type. That's a dynamically typed programming language. In C or C++, Java type of programming language, which is a static type data programming languages, as a programmer we have to define which type of data a variable is going to store. um, Means if it is storing integer only, it will later also store the integer only. In Python, in case of Python, we store any value to a variable, it's dynamically convert to our appropriate data type. So in this video we saw what is the identifiers, what are the keywords, what are the constant or literals, and some basic data types in a Python, like integer, float, complex, string, boolean, list, tuple, dictionary, set, frozen set, none, this bytes and byte array, and range. So okay, it's okay for this video. Okay, fine.